All right. Let's see. Put that over there. Let me go ahead and send Buddy invite real quick. Control C. If anybody is joining in, what up? Give me a second. This is like pre-show type shit setting up. So I'm just finishing some shit up. For those who are unaware, this again, this is an adult stream only. So, first of all, how does my audio sound? Do I sound good? Do I sound crystal clear? And this is a adult stream only. Again, like I already told you on my videos, I'll be doing, you know what I'm saying, like PG stuff on my regular videos. But this shit here, this is what we get live. You know what I'm saying? This is what we get it in. Oh no, nice. What's good, my dude? It's always a pleasure having you in here. Mark Coleman, what up, my guy? Hope you enjoyed the Note 9 video I did specifically for you and my brother. We got FreshTech coming in like a few minutes or whatever, so just gonna have some time. And other than that, though, man, we're gonna have a cool stream. So I'm currently out of my forest walking medicine right now, so I'm a little butthurt about that. I'm not gonna lie, because y'all know usually I like to open up, as we call it, with my pen on deck, but I ain't got my pen on me, so you know what I mean? It is what it is. We still gonna have a good time, though. We still definitely gonna have a good time. All right, so he got his email, but other than that, what's cracking, y'all? How y'all day going? Hope it's going well. So, how was I the first person? How was the first person here and Sean ass acknowledge me, asshole? Damn, my bad. I'm sorry, sis. I mean, I just got through talking to you. I feel like I should get a pass. But hi, Adrian. The soul server calling. Okay. So yeah, he got his email. We're gonna have beef. I'm hungry as hell right now. So if you got it from Portillo, you probably know what Portillo's is. Never mind. But what's up, y'all? We got 8 people watching right now. Hector Rico, who got it? Hey, I should have hit you up for the plug, because I'm definitely out of forest walking material right now, my dude. I am fresh out. My wife still got some strawberry lemonade left, but that ain't hitting hard as my Girl Scout cookies. Well, not really. Last night I was choking. Tech Rant, what's good? What's good? Definitely good to have you in here, yo. So I don't know if y'all just noticed, but crazy as hell. I just got John Retner. Hope I'm pronouncing the name correct. Y'all know I have a thing for pronouncing names terribly. So before I even slaughter that shit, let me go ahead and check it out real quick, because I just know me. I slaughter names. That's just kind of what I do. But I'm pretty Rettinger. There we go. Rettinger. I know. Got it right this time. I just got John Rettinger book for next week. If y'all don't know who John is, he's from Techno Buffalo. I damn near like some of my first YouTube videos I was watching is like with Techno Buffalo, and I don't know if y'all remember Aaron Baker from Phone Dog. Like low key, I'm gonna try to get Aaron Baker on my show, but I feel like people been sleeping on him. Like low key, yeah. So I'm gonna try to get Aaron Baker on my show. I feel like yeah. I feel like we can get Aaron Baker on the show. Let's see. I'm waiting for FreshTech to come in. Did you get the invite? All right. So you know, again, this is like kind of like the pre-show, y'all. The real show started at 8:30. So right now I'm just talking shit to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up or whatever. But other than that, like it's John Falekers, my guy. Yeah, you got it. But other than that, it's gonna be nice. I hope. Okay, let's talk about Pixel 3 XL for a little bit. I'm interested to see who has one, who wants one, and why. We can touch on that now. I know when FreshTech get in here, he's probably going to talk about that too. But for me, we could talk about that now. So I was actually trying to get the Pixel XL3. I was trying to get one. The company I'm working with, they ain't trying to give me one. So like, y'all know that company. Well, I'm not gonna say their name, but it's a company I work with, and they sell like a lot of tech stuff. But the problem is, from the information that was given to me. They can't send me that phone because they won't be able to resell it. And I'm like, well, it's my contract, you know what I'm saying? They get technology. So, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a huge stock Android fan. That's number one. So Pixel phones never really, like, the only time you hear people talking about the Pixel phones, like no lie, the only thing people talk about with the Pixel phones is their camera. Like once you get past the camera, like there's nothing else the phone has to offer. Like it's basic as hell. Like the Pixel XL3, the Pixel 3, like, and then on top of that, Google limits themselves by like here's what pisses me off. We just gonna fuck it. We just gonna get into it right now. You brought it up, and I'm in a mood to talk about the shit. So here's what pisses me off about Google. They are literally copying the exact same format Apple did with the release of the iPhone. Like, you remember the iPhone? Like, it was only, I feel like, I hate the fact it's fucking tweaking. Like, I remember with the iPhone, they was on AT&T for like, I don't know, 3-4 years first, and then they went to other carriers. Pixel is on Verizon now for 3 years straight, and they haven't went to any other carrier. And it's like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, Google, like, there are more people who want your phone who can afford to just buy it straight out. When people don't have a good enough credit, like, to stand alone to finance, so why haven't you put it on other carriers yet, right? And honestly, for all the bugs and shit they've been having, man, like, honestly, like, yo, this year for phones, like, even though the Note 9 is like the best phone to come out this year, like, this year for phones has been trash. Like, every phone that has come out for the most part that has had some type of issue, right? So you got the iPhone when it first came out, you had the whole quote unquote charge gate. I don't already know if that was a real thing or not, but then you had the Note 9 with display issues. Now they got a camera update coming out. Now you got the Pixel 3 with a display issue and recording issues. Like, to me, the Pixel is not like, and then you got this ugly ass notch. It's just, I don't know, dude. The Pixel to me is just not worth the hype. Now I'm not gonna. Now don't get me wrong. If Google send me one, I'm gonna review the hell out of it. Come on, it's a free device. Let's be real now. But would I ever go spend my hard-earned money on that? Nope, not at all, bro. All right. Google ruined the Pixel 3 XL for me. How did they ruin it for you, Tech Rant? I'm just curious. Have you heard that Lil Wayne album? Though, what you think? I'm gonna be real with you, Rico. That album was booty, butt, cheeks. That shit was ass, bro. Out of like the whole album, I would say I may be hitting maybe what 5 to 6 songs. But for you to be gone that long, like for your album to take this long to come out, I expected way more, fam. So I'm gonna be real with you. That album to me was straight butt. Pixel 3 XL, I personally like stock Android phones. I can make the phone like I want, unlike bootloader, customer. I mean, but honestly, bro, you could do that with any phone you got. Like if you got a Samsung phone right now, it's 30 songs. Right, out of 30 songs, 6 of them were good. Come on, but your ratio is trash. I mean, here's the thing, on nice, like you can do that with any Android phone, bro. Like if you root it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Android phones still. Android is still my preferred choice of OS. The Pixel to me is just born. Like, to me, like Samsung make you feel like part of their own ecosystem for the most part, right? So just with their Samsung features with the S Pen, you feel what I'm saying? Like, to me, besides the camera, the Pixel has nothing else to offer that would make it stand apart from any other phone. And to be real, all these phones have great cameras. Now, it's not like you're gonna be outside, you're gonna take a picture, you're gonna like, oh man, I wish my camera as good as the Pixels. No, like, we can stop that. We can stop that right there. I like 3 songs from Lil Wayne album, and I'm from Louisiana. I was disappointed. Yeah, like, so the one song I like for sure is Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar. That song was fire. Other than, like, that's like the only song that I can remember from the top of my head right now. Uproar, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Uproar sound like a lazy ass song. Uproar is like, it's good because Swiss Beats make dope beats, right? But like Lil Wayne rapping on, I was like, you can't root any phone unless they okay. So I guess they changed it then. Like, I remember back in the day, for me, any phone I was able to grab, I was able to root it. So you can, like, unless, Samsung and any other phone has stopped that, like, completely. Other than that, I used to be able to root any phone I've ever owned. I was able to root it. I haven't root phones in a long time because I don't see the need for it anymore. But yeah, other than that, no difference in camera quality between the 2 XL and the 3 XL. See, Tech Rant, like, to me, that's petty, right? But here's the thing. To be real, that's not That's tough. And the reason it's tough is because there's not a lot of phones where you're gonna tell the difference between phones, like cameras on phones nowadays are just good. Okay, just flat out, they're good. So it's not like you really if the Pixel 2 was like the top phone for camera last year, and like I'm pretty sure like the Pixel 3 gonna probably be the top camera phone this year. It's like you're not gonna notice a huge difference to go make you just want to go upgrade. Like anytime I get a Samsung phone, I'm not getting like when I upgrade a phone every year, I'm not getting it for camera. I'm usually getting it just because one, it got the newest OS on it. Two, it doesn't cost me anything to upgrade. Three, and they got like a couple of extra features that I may want to use. Like for example, the S10 and shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and be real with y'all right now. I'll be back in a few. I'm on the phone right now. All right, cool. Cause call for a ride. What up, Beer Tech? Sean, what's good, my guy? It's always a pleasure to have you in here, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. The S10, I'm going to get that, but 9 times out of 10, I'm returning that phone. And don't get me wrong, I know the S10 gonna be fire. The S10 is gonna it got the whole big display and shit like that. But the thing is, for me, I'm tired of paying all these goddamn phone bills. You feel what I'm saying? Like I got multiple phone lines. I'm just tired of paying that shit. So let me see. Let me make sure this ain't FreshTech. Yeah. Okay. 1 sec. Let me send it again. All right, hold on. Let me get. I gotta send Buddy another invite. 1 minute, y'all, and get him in here because he's not. Excuse me. He's not getting in here. Okay, so see here at FreshTech. Okay, let's try this one. Actually, I'm gonna send them both again. Control C, invite, and hit that one time for the one time. If not, fuck it, I'll just drop in here, yo. This is how I had to do it last time. Here, fuck it. Boom. There you go. All right. So like for example, with the S10, like I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm returning that motherfucker within 14 days. Be like right now, for me, the Note 9, this is the first Samsung phone. I'm gonna be completely rich, y'all. Like since the Note 7, the Note 9 is the perfect phone that I think has come out this year. It has everything that you're looking for. Got a fast charger, dope camera, dope battery life, the best display, dope speakers, an S Pen. Like it had there would be, other than the display and the new technology, there would be no reason for me really to upgrade to the S10. So when the S10 do drop, I'm getting it and I'm returning that motherfucker like within 14 days. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. That motherfucker getting returned within 14 days. All the talk is boring. Okay. okay, Adrian. It's hard. It's a hard sell for me. I bought the 2XL for $900 last year, paying another $900 for a wireless charger and a big ass notch. Seems like a waste. I'm not gonna lie to you, my dude. I'm with you 100% on that. There's a lot of alternatives to the Pixel 3. Facts. International phone, US bands, you get 4G, but rarely LTE 4G. Okay, cool. What's good, Wizard? I know you was waiting for me. Hello, my wife. Mate 20 Pro is another dope phone. Yes, the Mate 20. Hey, what's up, Devin? Fresh Tech, you in the building? What's up, cuz? You in your light skin warrior shit? You ain't saying nothing, cuz.
Do you see me, or how does this work?
Yeah, I see you. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's popping?
What's cracking?
Not much.
So first of all, let's go ahead and give a huge shout out to my man's. Get these fucking headphones off. Let's go ahead and give a huge shout out to my man's for the interview. So I don't know if y'all know, like if y'all not aware, y'all not hip to it. My man's ended up interviewing Jonathan Morrison, and I'm not just saying this because it's my dude. I'm saying it because the shit was actually interesting as hell. It was funny. The interview was funny as hell. He had like a lot of personality on it, and I was really impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you, Fresh. Like that shit was dope, bro.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Now, what's funny is the shit that I was talking about on my why don't like your channel. That energy, if you had that same energy in every video, bro, I would be like that. Like you felt at home. I don't know if it's because like you were just like super comfortable. You feel what I'm saying? But you felt at home. So you kind of want to touch on that, how it was to interview him in that whole process?
Yeah, overall it's pretty dope. I mean, I spent at that point, it was the last day I was there, so I was already there a whole week. So I got kind of comfortable with everybody, and it was just a chill moment. I'd already had like a ton of like conversations with him prior to that, so a lot of questions I couldn't ask. Well, I mean, I could ask, but it was kind of like redundant. So I was just chilling, you know, just talking to him normal. But yeah, he's a cool dude. Overall, I think the interview went well. I appreciate the kind words. But yeah,
That's what's
and
up, bro.
it was pretty chill, laid back.
I feel like you're gonna have like quote unquote. So here's the thing. I don't use the word boss, but I feel like you're gonna have a cool manager. You know what I mean? I got to think about boss. Like any company I've ever worked at, I've never used the word boss. I feel like that's just some old 1800 type shit. I just hate the word boss. It's like, hey, what's up, boss? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just fucking weird. But as a manager, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the owner of the company, whatever the fuck, I feel like y'all gonna have like y'all chemistry on set was dope. And I feel like it's gonna be like a real cool working environment for you, bro. Like, I'm really happy that you're making that transition on some real shit.
Thank you.
FreshTechTv, like he on a webcam from the early 2000s. Okay, Adrian being ignorant. TJ Forrest walking in the building. What else we got? So Adrian said, "What up, Fresh Tech?"
What's up, Adrian?
Galaxy Note 9, yes, it's fully locked and loaded. It has everything except unlocked boot level, but you can get the international version. You might not get LTE, but you can get 4G. I'm gonna be real with you on nights like most of the time, most people like they usually on Wi-Fi. Like even when I get to work, I'm on Wi-Fi. When I come home, I'm on Wi-Fi. So the only time I'm not really on Wi-Fi is when I'm watching Netflix in the car. I know that sounds crazy as fuck, but I'm in traffic for a long ass time, so I watch a shit ton of Netflix. I'm not fucking moving. But anyway, so for those who don't know, Fresh, just go ahead and kind of like introduce yourself a little bit, tell them what your channel's about. They may be new to you, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of go ahead and give them a spiel of who you are and what you know what I'm saying, what you getting into.
I'm tweeting out this link right now.
Okay. Right, so while you're doing that, I'll just, let me know when you're ready.
So yeah, I mean, it's tech YouTuber. You know, I've been doing it for years. For a minute now, I want to say I probably had a YouTube channel for like probably 5-6 years. I took tech a little bit in content creation a little bit more seriously, probably about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and started, devoting more resources towards it, trying to figure out how to improve every day, every video. But yeah, as you kind of alluded to, I'll be transitioning and working with TLD and Jonathan Morrison starting next month. I actually fly out. I think it's gonna be the 5th or the 1st. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Overall, you can expect a lot of the same stuff you get from many other tech channels, but from my perspective, in terms of reviews, unboxings, I think I have a couple tutorials on there to help you if you're an aspiring tech YouTuber, how to get review units and then products from companies. But other than that, man, I just like technology and I talk about it. So it's not that deep, none too much, no problem.
All right. So Nika, I said, what's up, babe? I don't know what more do you want? So I had a question. I was talking to TrapTech about this when I was in Washington. How is this? Does this affect your channel anyway? Right. So my thing is like, I would feel like since you was going to work for like another YouTuber, are you putting your YouTube channel on hold? Like, are you going to have him feature a lot more on your video? What's going to happen there? Can you discuss that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for my talks with him, just like a couple of the other guys he brought on, namely JD Tech TV, just going to continue to make content for my own channel as well. Use him as a resource. I've already gotten, kind of like plugged in on a lot of the tools that he uses to, just to better my own content. But when I get out there, it'll be a balancing act trying to figure out how to, like maintain my content and, develop my content as well as develop content for TLD and Kevin Kinson channel. It's probably just going to be more so of a balancing act for time wise, because judging from the week I was there, man, we were working from freaking like 11 to sometimes like midnight, like late nights, editing and just tweaking, because this dude like dials in all day. Like if it's like that Pixel 3 review, like he was legit editing until probably like 1:32 in the morning before he decided to call it quits. And it was like, man, do I go to bed first? Does he go to like you know,
Right.
like you're kind of in a situation where you want to show and prove kind of, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, like this, I can't leave before this dude leave. You know what I mean? But like he's dialed in all day, so it'll just be a balancing act trying to figure out how to maintain my content. I don't think it'll be too hard because I'll be surrounded by inspiration and tools all day. So I'll figure it out for sure. But I'm definitely going to continue to make content.
So will you be able to use yo Cubs? What up, Joe? So will you be able to use? So you'll be able to use this equipment on your videos too?
As far as like, I mean, his like camera and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
well, that interview was filmed with all his cameras, all his gear. That interview video. So that was like two A7 IIIs and his Ari, the big ass like cinema
Yeah.
camera. So that was all filmed on his cameras. It's something that I'm pretty sure if I asked, I could, but it's not something I'll abuse. I mean, I have my own camera. I think honestly, I don't really like. I mean, I get the point of having like those big crazy cinema cameras and everything to it, but I don't know if it's a necessity. It's more so like a luxury. In order to maintain, high level content, I don't think I need to use a major like super big camera, but I'll definitely, use probably like the top down equipment, like a lot of stuff that you don't see on camera. I'll probably use just to make content, and I'll be living in that space for like 4 months or so. So kind of
Okay.
have a choice but to use this stuff.
Right. Okay, that's pretty cool. You know what's funny though? I didn't think that's funny that you shed some light because I didn't think Jonathan edited any of his videos, bro. I thought like he was more so like an overseer. Like I thought he would like look and make sure the edits is cool, and he'd kind of come back and do like some final touches. But I didn't think he was. I thought he was at a point where it's like I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how like Linus Tech Tips is like he got
Right.
like a whole little studio where people, you know what I'm saying, edit his shit for him. I thought Jonathan was kind of like on that level, so that's interesting.
No, he's dialed in, bro. Hands on with everything. Like it's like he treats each video like his baby. So it's like I'll be like around, like hey, probably tweak this, do that, like trying to give him ideas, and I'll also send him some clips that I edited, like for that Pixel 3 video. I did like all the face swaps and all that the editing type stuff, but then also like the transitions and like just giving your creative 2 cents, trying to make the video better. But he's got his hands on the keyboard and mouse for sure.
So for those, you know what I'm saying, like for those people who are inspiring, maybe, right, to kind of do what you did, to maybe work for like a famous YouTuber one day, right? Can you shed light on like, did you go to school for editing, or are your editing skills self-taught? And how did the whole process come about with you even linking up with him? Like, did he reach out to you? Did you reach out to him? Like, I mean, I've watched your interview, so I know the answers, but they probably haven't. So
right. I mean, for me personally, just I've never been like to school for. I mean, I don't think is there a school for like being a YouTuber? You know what I mean? Like,
we don't know, like filming, like editing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Editing is fire. I would give you that. You got some dope ass editing skills.
Appreciate it. No, that's all self-taught, man. A lot of tutorials YouTube taught me. So just watching videos, figuring out how to do it, and just learning from mistakes. If you were to go back into all my old videos, you probably see a lot of trash in terms of like editing and I mean, trying to figure out how to create content. But
Same here.
But it's just like trial and error, figuring it out. And in terms of how I linked up with John is he just saw one of my videos randomly, my Essential phone video, when I was talking about the rise and fall of Essential.
Yeah.
And he just tweeted it out saying that he liked the video. And then after that, I DM'd him, of course, saying I appreciate the shout out, appreciate the look, thanks for recognizing me, blah blah blah. Because after that, I got a few followers, people. It's just cool to have like people like his audience exposed to my content was cool, and I thanked him for it. And then in the DMs, he was like, "Hey, you know what? We're looking to add somebody to the team. If it's ever something you would consider, would you want to be interested in coming over to TLD?" And I was like, "Shit, hell yeah! Like of course. Like, is that a question? You know what I mean? Like,
Right."
So I was like, yeah, I mean, for sure. And like in the coming weeks and months leading up to the trip, I was just like, making content, sharing it with them, giving my 2 cents on stuff, just kind of like keeping the dialogue open. And then I flew out there last week and just spent the whole week there kicking it, making content. I made like probably 4 videos there, 1 on his channel and then 3 on Kevin Kintz's gaming channel. But Yeah, it was pretty natural, organic. I didn't like, you know, spam them and like, you checking my content, and I didn't like, you know,
dick riding. You didn't do no dick riding, in other words.
no, not at all, not at all.
Good, good. Yeah, bro. Like, and that's the thing, man. Like, what I be trying to and this, like, bro, you've seen this shit before, like with YouTubers, bro. Like, you've seen the way they could hop on some of these YouTubers nut sacks, bro. Like, it'd be like, bro, for real.
I've seen it in person, bro.
You've seen it in person. Now, I'm not gonna say you ain't gotta say who, but I'm offline. You know, I'm gonna ask you.
Bro, I've seen it in person, bro.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Like even today, right? I had hit up. So you may not be aware. So John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo.
Yeah,
I'm having him on a show next week. But
what's up?
The way I did it, bro, I literally just said, yo, I don't see you doing like a lot of collabs. I'm going to shoot my shot. Would you be interested in doing a live stream? Straight like that. It wasn't a, hey, John, man, please, you know, fucking, I love your work. You know, the cradle of the ball sack thing, bro. Like, because I feel like I'm 28. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I look like publicly riding another man's nuts like that? You know what I mean? Like, I like his work.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I admire his shit, but I feel like sometimes these YouTubers be like doing the most, bro. Like, it's like, bro, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's
ridiculous. Like, in no situation can I compromise who I am to impress or appease somebody else. Like, that's never gonna happen. So, and at the end of the day, what I realized when I got there, because my initial plan was like vlog every day. I did get some good footage vlogging with the Hero 7, but I didn't want to be viewed as like a fan. You know what I mean? I want to be viewed more so as a peer on an equal level, equal playing field. And what I noticed, bro, what I realized is that these dudes, they just real people. They just regular people. They just like us. They just got more eyeballs. That's all it is.
Thanks, bro. That's what we trying to get motherfuckers to understand, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like there's a lot of YouTubers I respect, that I admire, I look up, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say look up to, but I admire their work, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them I do, but I just feel like you know, I'm not going, you know, you a man just like I am, or you're a woman, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, it's like, I'm just not gonna, you know what I'm saying, hop your nuts about it. But anyway, so since you work for TLD now, and do you get to also go to like all the events that he goes to? Like, will you be able to go to like the Samsung event next year?
Yeah. We talked about that as well. Like going to like, you know, Cupertino and going to CES and going to all these events. Being that I'll be like you know, a cinematographer essentially, I'll be the guy behind the camera. A lot of those events I'll be, you know, privy to. I'll be able to go with them and be a part of the crew. So. Yeah.
Now I know you used to edit. Well, you edit music videos. Are you going to still be doing that along with, you know? Because I feel like right now, if you got a schedule that hectic working from 11:30 to 12, are you going to have time to, you know, kind of pursue your other side hustles realistically?
To be honest, with the music videos, I always viewed those as more like passion projects. You know, and of course I got paid to do them, but it was more so like, if the music moved me type of thing. I never really was one to be out here like, hey, I'll do your video, You know what I mean? Like, I don't think everyone deserves a platform, and I don't think I'm not into wasting my time on like bullshit ass music. So when it comes to like doing the music video stuff, I'm definitely looking to link with, you know, some people on the West Coast. I've already talked to a couple artists that, you know, wanted to work with me, but early on, probably not for the next half year or so, next 5-6 months, just because I gotta, you know, get some roots and get ready and just get shit in order before I can branch out and do other things. But yeah,
I feel it. So do you have you probably, you know, you ain't even got to answer that. It's just like, because I, like, for me, for example, like with me, I usually go into the mindset with certain jobs that in 2 years I'm usually out. You know what I'm saying? I currently like where I'm at now, so that may change, but normally I do 2 years of the company because I feel like within 2 years you get bored or whatever the case is, and you learn enough to kind of transition somewhere else. And to be 100% real with you, just in corporate America, from what I've learned, is that usually every 2 years you want to bounce around, because if you go somewhere else, like for a different position, they would pay you more versus if you got promoted with the company you're working at now. So for whoever those listening who still is in corporate America, work maybe every 2-3 years and go find somewhere else, man. I promise you get more money. Every time I went somewhere, I've gotten like over 20 grand more than what I was making previously. So just keep that in mind. But so we're gonna kind of get off TOD. I feel like we touched on that enough already. You know what I'm saying? I'm really real talk. I really am happy for you, man. Your success with that shit, bro. Because one, it's hard to find other YouTubers who want to kind of just work with you, kind of just be cool with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some YouTubers, bro, who are like real assholes. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And from the day we even first spoke, it's always been love. So I'm really, really happy for your success. And I hope it goes on a larger scale than other than you just being, you know what I'm saying, with TRD. I'm hoping one day I'm looking at your shit and I see 2 million views out of nowhere. I mean, 2 million subs out of nowhere, some shit.
Appreciate it, yeah. I hope for the same.
Yeah, bro. Cause I like, well, if anything, bro, I feel like you should really consider like doing some more interviews like that. That shit was dead ass interesting. I was like, okay, I watched all 16 minutes of it. So I was like, okay, normally this don't happen, bro. Like normally I don't watch people whole videos, bro. Not even MKBHD shit. And low key, I've been unsubscribing from a lot of people because their shit is getting like real stale to me. And it's not to sound arrogant, but I feel like I put the best content out for what I want to see. You feel what I'm saying? Like I used to watch other YouTubers' videos to kind of get their perspective on something to see what they say. It's like now I feel like, well, I can make a better video and then I'll just make my own shit on it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me see what some of these comments saying, because I know Adrian probably said something ignorant. So let's see. We got Terry Warfield in here. What's up, bro? Terry Warfield is definitely the bro. Drew Drizzy was good. Wow, FreshTechTv gonna be at all the I Am Somebody events. Yes, he will. Yeah, I think FreshTech gonna probably go Hollywood on it. Don't be real.
Just know that I was somebody before it though.
Oh, okay. Bars, he on this shit. Let's go. I'd be like, watch out, be Sean, all on FreshTechTv nuts right now. He don't even pay attention to us. Motherfucker, I'm talking to somebody. You know what I mean? You know, like what the fuck? I ain't home. I wouldn't watch this if I was home. Okay, go fuck yourself. My wife is just so ignorant. Yeah, the interview was great. You need to do more stuff like that. Fresh Tech. See, Adrian agrees with me. What else? Official Keith was good, my guy. Okay, so we kind of ran through all that shit. All right, what's your thoughts? Since you've kind of like had one-on-one hands-on experience, and a lot of people have been shitting on the Pixel 3 as of lately, ever since MKBHD said something, and I hate that, bro. So we're gonna touch on that too. How one YouTuber who's like fame can really demolish a whole phone. You know what I mean? It was like, like, bro, I haven't seen.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even want to call out the name, but I haven't seen like other YouTubers posting shit about their Pixel. And it's like, damn, bro, like, like, was this like the shit on Pixel thread or something? Like, what's your thoughts on the Pixel? I personally want about a phone, but what's your thoughts on it?
I'll say that his MKB, like, it was crazy, bro. Like these big channels, bro, they have the pull to, for one, change the narrative and to have other people adopt their same mindset and same opinion. But then on top of that, they can influence the OEMs and the people that make these phones. You know what I mean? Like voicing opinion. So they can use their powers for good and for evil. But in my opinion, the Pixel 3, I mean, it's. Oh, let me mute my Apple Watch. They're going crazy in the group chat right now.
I know. All right, so look, while you doing that, let me address Roberto Blake real quick because he got a question for me. So Roberto Blake, the reason why I had Black Show on Twitter, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. There was a lot of situations where my name was like, not popping up like on your feed and shit like that. Like you wasn't saying anything specifically. It just be like, I feel like sometimes you kind of have like this Godfather appeal with like, hey, respect what I'm saying type of thing. And I feel like there were situations when you hopped in and kind of gave your input without having like all the facts with it. Like, for example, so when I first did the John Prosser video, like the YouTubers that don't like shit, like I felt like you had comments to say about it before you actually watched the video. Like that was my biggest thing with YouTubers commenting on my whole series. A lot of YouTubers commented on my series without even watching it. They said like a lot of I was getting like a lot of negative feedback from it. And then when people actually watched it and they was like, oh, it's not like how I thought. You know what I mean? So I felt like I felt like at some point you were kind of like talking down on me as if like I was a young peon. Now, if that wasn't the case, you know what I'm saying? You know, we could talk about it as, man, I will unblock you and I hit your inbox and we can actually talk it out. But for me, it was like that, like your energy I was getting off from you. It's just it's not what I was about. You feel what I'm saying? Like I felt like you were really like almost trying to like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like grab my hand, like, hey, you know, let me show you the way type of thing. And it's like, yo, bro, I gotta learn my own way. You feel what I'm saying? And my way is gonna be my way, no matter how anybody else look at it. Like I had so many YouTubers throwing shots at me for no fucking reason. I'm like, bro, what's the point? You feel what I'm saying? So I just kind of felt like you were, you know what I'm saying? I felt like you was kind of hopping in a situation that didn't need you to being hopped into. But
and that's fair too. Also considering the fact that he has a voice as well, and it's a pretty big voice. So
yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So like Roberto, you gotta think about that too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read your comment in a second, but you gotta think about this too, Roberto. Like most people do look at you as like the fucking guru of YouTube, and I'm definitely not gonna shit. Like I definitely respect what you have done for the YouTube community as a whole. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like you have transcended a lot of YouTubers and kind of grew a lot of careers based just off your input and your words. So I feel like if I got Roberto Blake saying shit about me or comment on anything in a negative light, it's like, damn, bro, I don't need that press. You know what I'm saying? I know all press is good press, but the energy I was getting from you, my dude, was like, damn, bro, chill. It's not where you trying to take it to be. You feel what I'm saying? Like I even had, even though I squashed it with Viper, me and Viper are totally cool now. I was like, nah, bro, like you didn't. It's just some shit like YouTube was saying I didn't feel like they didn't have to hop into it. But let me read some of these comments real quick, Courtney. All right, how you gonna address somebody that's in the comments? Give my man Roberto Blake a link to get on a hangout. Well, I can understand that my intention was to be helpful because I didn't want you to get unnecessary hate. There are people that want creators with experience, and especially there are only a few creators of color who are successful to reach a helping hand. Brother, let me tell you something. See, Courtney, give me 1 second. Matter of fact, Roberto, if you want to hop in this chat, bro, let me know. I'll unblock and I send you a link, but I'm gonna address that real quick right now. Roberto, this is some real shit right here. I really do feel that YouTubers, especially black YouTubers, bro, they're not a lot of us. You feel what I'm saying? There's not a lot of black tech YouTubers out there, at least to my knowledge. So I feel like we supposed to stick together more than anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like we're fucking unicorns. They're like, so for people like Courtney, for people like me, FreshTechTv, Adrian, Terry Woodfell, like there's not a lot of people out there that creates the quality that we create. So I feel like you could have DM'd me like, hey, yo, bro, just help another brother out real quick. The way you went about this, you probably should change it up. But like publicly, I feel like you were doing it in a way I feel like, yo, it could have been a little bit more tasteful. You feel what I'm saying? Like you never came up as disrespectful and I'm like that. But again, you got to think about it. Usually if I'm reading, you gonna come through? All right. You got to think about it like this. If I'm reading if I'm reading your comments on Twitter, I have no background to that, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like I just got to take it for face value. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely feel as black creators, we got to sit together more than any fucking body because it's just not a lot of opportunities like that just popping up like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me going off on a tangent. Courtney, what's your thoughts on it, cuz?
On the whole, or you want me to go back into like?
Well, just kind of like, do you feel like just as black creators that we have a certain level of, I don't know, unity that we got to kind of have because there's just not like especially in the tech community, there's just not like a lot of us.
I think that's how it should be in life too, man. You know, aside from YouTube, that's just how it should be in life in general. But I mean, I can see both sides. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the angle we play on the whole black card, then I could see like him hitting you up in the DMs, like, yo, maybe you should probably think about doing it this way instead. But also at the same token, like that's his homie, so he probably was jumping out the window for his man. So you know.
And I get that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm gonna push out content starting November though. I feel like you know what I'm saying? Like if that's your man's, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, like if you my man's, Courtney. So if somebody like getting at you on Twitter, you're a grown man. I'm gonna let you fight that battle yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like unless you be like, yo, unless you tag team me or tag my hand or some shit, I feel like you can handle that situation yourself. And honestly, like the way me and John Prosser, the way we end up working out, we actually end up being like cool. Like I really end up enjoying the string with John Prosser. So, Roberto, if you're still here, my guy, I definitely, it's just not a black thing. I try to help everyone, but I also know we get taken out of context really easy. I agree with you, Roberto. I definitely agree with that. But again, bro, this is Courtney's time. So if you do want to hop into the live chat, I mean, the stream, I would definitely see an invite because I don't want to kind of just keep addressing that directly through the stream because, you know, this is my man's platform right now. But if you definitely want to hop into the stream,
oh, we can kick it,
bro. I will send you a link right now. What'd you say, Courtney?
I said we can kick it.
All right, well, so again, Twitter, if people follow me, they know I just try to jump in where I can. Well, I get that, bro. But again, you know how it is for smaller creators to just kind of create a space for themselves, period, and how to set themselves apart. And to be real, I'm gonna keep it above you. Like, I feel like I've definitely set myself apart from most of these other YouTubers. Just being 100% real with you, like, I'm not like any of these other YouTubers.
Oh, in your bag, hold on.
Like I feel like honestly, bro, I put enough work in, bro. I've created over 200 videos. I'm not like one of these YouTubers out here just doing shit just for the fuck of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like the videos I create with a passion, I create with a purpose. And every video I'm putting in that same amount of energy, and I'm trying to make each video better than the last. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like I've already set myself apart from other YouTubers. So I feel like if you're gonna kind of like take on that role, I feel like I would have respected you and respected your whole approach a lot more if you would have hit me on the tip like, yo, Sean, in the DMs, like the way you doing this is wrong. You know, I didn't want to address it publicly because I know how this can turn out, because you know how one comment can change the narrative for a whole nother YouTuber, right? You feel what I'm saying? And you being with the platform that you have, you could have potentially killed. I mean, you wouldn't have killed my YouTuber because I'm a fucking grinder. I'm gonna keep going. But I felt like you could have potentially damaged my name and you didn't even mean to. You feel what I'm saying? So I felt like, you know, if we gonna not even just touching on Black Card, if you felt like you were really trying to just help me and push me in a better direction, I feel you should have hit my DMs versus doing the public. You feel what I'm saying? I feel what Roberto Blake is saying and what Sean B Nice is saying. Okay, cool. So, and that's cool. Like in the comments, like, you know, express your opinion too. Use that block button quick. Sean B Nice use that block button too quick though. I'm gonna be real with y'all. My wife tell me this all the time. I have a just me growing. It's like a defense thing, right? I just shut people out because one, it keeps down my stress versus worrying about shit. But I do block people out quick. That's just not Twitter. That's what people in life. I literally have friends that I can block out that I've known for years and just be like, I'm done. And it would literally just be that. You feel what I'm saying?
In the exact way.
You said what, bro?
I ain't got no time for the bull.
Yeah,
so
you feel what I'm saying, bro? Like I feel like if we're gonna be cool, then we're gonna be cool. Like I don't want to have to keep going back and forth. Like you see what I'm saying? Like Roberto, like again, bro, I respect you for what you've done for the YouTube community. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you to think like I'm like I fucking hate you or diss you, nothing like that. It's just that to avoid, I just know me. I know me. So to avoid me getting to a level where it's like, where I really just dislike your ass, I was like, you know what? Just let me go ahead and just kind of block him out before it really changed my view on you. Because I used to watch your videos often. Like I watch your shit faithfully. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel some type of way. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, yo, it was just like, damn, bro, I rock with your videos. Why you coming at my shit like that? That's really what it was like. Just being 100% real with you. Let me see what some of these comments saying real quick though, Courtney, because I didn't know the last stream's gonna be kind of cracking like that.
Go for it.
I'm just hoping. I'm just hopping in because Fully Tech Reviews, what's going on, bro? Thank you for coming through. I'm so tired of hearing about this Pixel. Adrian, not even mad about you about that. Aline, what up, bro? Cause I wanted the Pixel just for the camera. Okay, we got the Pixel. Yo, 300, what up, bro? How you wanna address? Okay, we did that part. DZM Media was good, my guy. Thanks for the people who want creators with the okay, we did that already. MKBHD. Okay, so for the most part, I think we covered everything. So again, in Twitter, people know that. Okay, I think we got everything covered. Sometimes I don't think about that just because I don't think as much of the hierarchy thing, but I can see how other people see it that way. I hang with the creators regardless of level, but see it. Okay, cool. As long as you like not blind to it. But again, bro, I just, just know I respect I respect what you did. I just feel like how it happened, it could have just been addressed differently. But you know what I'm saying? I get it. I feel if you come in at anyone that's in a particular group, folks would jump on you regardless. That's why I say tech YouTube is real groupish. Tech T, bro, yes. Tech, like the tech, like YouTube, period, especially tech YouTube, like it is real groupish. It is. It really, really is. And you kind of already know who be in groups, and it's like come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes I really feel like this whole YouTube thing can be a little bit too juvenile. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm 28, damn, like closer to 30, bro. I don't what I look like going through juvenile shit like that. That shit doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that way considering that the commonality is tech. We all talk about the same things. We all have the same interests. We should all be on the same page. You know what I mean? So, bro,
you literally have YouTubers who won't, like, if you ask them a question or address them or whatever the case is, they won't respond to you. And it's like, bro, we work quote unquote technically for the same company. We both work for YouTube. How are we not, like, sometimes I really just don't feel like there's a sense of unity in a tech community. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like one, people get real sensitive. Two, people are real they kind of let the YouTube fame go to their head, and it's like, bro, like relax. It's YouTube. You feel what I'm saying?
I think we're getting there though. I think we're getting there because like people like even like John, hopping on the stream, TLD. Like there's who else? There was
Barnacles, John Prosser hopped on my stream. So you're right. I feel like we are escaping that whole YouTube hierarchy fame thing, but it still exists. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's still there.
Oh yeah.
I thought Sean was white. Get your goof ass out of here. You fuck out of here. Stop it right now, Mari. With you gonna have time to go to Carbondale because Sean be in for Chicago. Okay, Mari, I'm about to kick you out. This is being ignorant. It's cool if Drew doesn't like me. I love his content and like what I see from him as a younger creator. Crushing it. Okay, respect. Okay. All right, so hold on, but I don't understand the point. It's enough money and views and fans out here for everyone. Terry, yes, bro. Like, in our group chat, we talk about this shit all the time. There's enough money for everybody out here to get. And what's crazy is, like you sometimes don't even have YouTubers who want to collab with you, bro. Like it'd be like, my thing is a lot of these YouTubers have been through what we've been through. And they know how hard it is sometimes to kind of come up these ranks. And like, I feel like that's why when people was kind of coming to John Prosser's whole creator of the week thing, I was confused. I'm like, shit, this is kind of what YouTubers should be doing. Like, if they see another creator out there grinding and working hard, why not big him up on his platform so other people can see their work too? So I never understood why people didn't like his shit. I thought his creator week thing, whether it was for personal gain or not, I feel like it was still a positive push for the creator.
Still a platform.
You said what, bro?
It's still a platform, regardless how you cut it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no different. It's kind of like politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how the shit got done, it got done. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like, the way John Prosser is doing it, I like how he's doing it. I'm just gonna be real. You know what I mean? I think the way he's doing it is, people may question it, whatever, but I feel like the result at the end of the day is still positive. Whether it is him getting money off of whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, if you really think about it, he's taking time out of that. That could be an ad he could be putting there versus another YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
It was like, what's wrong with making money? Like
that, bro. For some odd reason, people think YouTubers shouldn't try to make money. They shouldn't have subscriptions. They shouldn't charge you for shit. Like, bro, this shit is not cheap. What we do, we gotta pay internet bills. If we want faster internet to upload shit quickly, we gotta pay thousands of dollars for equipment. Like, this stuff is not cheap. So, if we ask y'all to support the channel and y'all like watching our content, I don't really see nothing wrong with that. Now, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But you ain't got to shit on a YouTuber for doing it too. Like, I literally know a person who unsubscribed from a YouTube because he started doing Patreon. And it's like, bro, like, either just don't do it. Like, you ain't gotta be a dick about it.
I will say that Patreon seems a little slimy. Just because it's not on the same platform. You're asking somebody to go to a whole nother website. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seemed weird to me.
So, but before YouTube started this whole monthly thing, what other way could another, you know what I'm saying? Because the adpocalypse thing really affect a lot of people. Mm-hmm. What other way would you suggest that YouTube would make money then?
I mean, if you're gonna ask for donations, I mean, just throw up a donate link. You know what I mean, or like have like a PayPal or something like that. You don't gotta like promote. I don't know. It seems kind of like tasteless. I don't know.
Okay, you know, to each their own. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand what you're saying. I feel like it's a business. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a business, and you are providing a service to people. Whether you're making them laugh, whether you're making them cry, whether you're just taking them out of a mood, whatever the case is, you are providing a service for a fan base that continually watches your channel. And with the money that you're putting into it, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like again, you know, to each their own. I just feel like the YouTube before this whole subscription thing came, YouTube really didn't have a way for YouTubers to really make money, because you and I both know AdSense ain't nothing. You get pennies on the dollars through AdSense.
I think that pays for like my Netflix subscription.
Bro, like I'm gonna tell you right now, my AdSense usually covers my Adobe suite and maybe a ND filter every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, nah, it's not. Let's see. If you're going to ask for Patreon, okay. If you're going to ask for Patreon, you need to make it worthwhile. Fair. I would give you that. If you're going to ask for Patreon, that's true. If you're going to ask for Patreon, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You need to get them like, I don't know, insider tips or I don't know,
content, something they can't get on your YouTube channel, and don't take something away from your YouTube channel just to, you know, suffice, you know, and have the Patreon. So
that's real shit. Now we can't discuss that because there are YouTubers who do that, right? There are YouTubers who will remove like certain pieces of content off of their channel just to kind of put it in a Patreon thing. You know what I mean? I feel like this. If you just want to support your YouTuber, like you like what he does, or you like what she does, if you just want to support that YouTuber, I feel like nothing wrong with you wanting to do that. But any YouTuber who's actually like purposely removing stuff off their platform just to charge people for it, yes, that's corny shit. That's real talk. You coming back? That's corny shit. I don't know if you want them to see you or not, baby. I mean, okay, I ain't want to see all that ass walking across the screen or something, you know. Okay, so let's see what somebody's telling me to say. Yo, 300, thanks for the super chat, my guy. Appreciate that shit, real talk. More talking from FreshTechTv because his voice is smooth. Okay, Courtney, they like your voice, bro.
Watch the videos.
Hey, Adrian, he said watch the videos. He ain't here for all that. Sean better not block me out of life. I'm gonna come to Chicago and find you. Oh, okay. I thought Sean was. We already read that shit. It shouldn't be that way, Sally. So, damn, why my shit be going all the fuck up here? All right, we're gonna start with Roberto shit. I'm taking all this in. YouTube takes 30%, so Patreon doesn't, and it does offer perks. So, Roberto, if you because I think you got a Patreon, if I'm not mistaken, do you care to elaborate on like what perks that Patreon offers, just in general? If you're gonna ask Patreon, you need to make it work. He cursed too much. Get the fuck out. If I feel my content isn't worthwhile for Patreon, I'm not messing with it. Sean has joined Illuminati. Facts, exactly. This is a business. May not be the highest paid business, but it is a business if you take it seriously. So Terry, you are exactly correct, my friend. My business is registered through my state. I'm writing shit off. And that's the thing that YouTubers got to keep in mind, man. Courtney, I don't know if you could touch on this or not, but I treat my shit like a business. I got a separate EIN number for this shit. I write shit up on my taxes. This is real for me. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you have a business mindset, you can make YouTube work for you. You can make it work for you and make it worth your while. Right now, I'm trying to negotiate a contract with the company for a gimbal. You feel what I'm saying? But the way I'm doing it is because the business tactics I learned from just being a digital marketing manager and learning how to talk that jargon. So depending on how you maneuver through your YouTube just career, you can make this shit, it can make it worth your while other than just YouTube AdSense. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to, you gotta know how to hustle, me. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna get it.
If they want to figure out how to do it, watch that Barnacle stream.
Yo, real talk. I unlocked the Barnacle stream will remain unlocked. That's one of the only live streams I will keep unlocked. Unless we start dropping a whole, and I may keep this one unlocked. We dropping some Jews in this one too. So usually if I'm dropping if some Jews are being dropped and I feel like the audience may be something they want to hear, then I will keep it posted. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, you know, we gonna keep it rocking like this. We're gonna keep it rocking like this. Let me check something real quick. All right. So anyway, let me see what some of these comments are saying. I'm gonna unsub from him. He mean you are already making bids for people. If you need a Patreon, then that's it. No other reason needed. Just like AdSense, but for your subs. Patreon lets you offer people perks. For example, you can offer downloads or even physical products in exchange for reward tiers. Okay, something to keep in mind. Nah, dude, you don't need perks. Yo, John, what's going on? JLR, Jonathan Lee Ramos. If y'all haven't followed his channel, go check my man's channel out right now. If you haven't followed Terry Warfield, Adrian, or Mark Coleman, or DVZN Media, make sure everybody in here go subscribe to everybody, especially my man CKID. Let me see. And when people donate to you, you aren't giving Patreon 30% of the money. Unlike YouTube, I use it for my podcast, not so much YouTube. I did my own membership, but that's for biz dev, and it's pricey. Sean would be against so bad, he'll hustle. Where Mark Coleman, I swear to God, I'm gonna bar your ass up tonight before I go on. I think you need to get some bars. Why you not post your live streams? What you mean? What you mean, media? Like, what you like? Why don't I keep them unlocked? Is that what you're asking? I agree. The hustle mentality has to be there in addition to great quality content. That way you can use your YouTube content as a portfolio to earn business deals and outside of the platforms. Yes. So let's touch on that real quick. So, Courtney, do you have any outside business deals that you were able to create just through your platform alone?
To be honest, nah. I mean, up until recently, I think I've said this before to some people, but I really never really like stepped off the porch and really like got into like the tech community until like probably a few months ago. Like even like meeting you guys and, you know, just chatting it up with people, I never really have. But I mean, outside of like getting review units for stuff, no, I haven't really generated any revenue from my channel. It's really just been like my outlet, my personal outlet, my corner of the internet to you know, upload whatever I want. So
YouTube, so just to be fair, right? So YouTube for you wasn't really about kind of running your own thing. It was more so just you just wanted to make content because that's what you like to do. You like to film, you like technology.
Exactly. And a lot of times I felt like my perspective wasn't being represented completely. So I would, you know, upload my own.
But that's pretty much why I started YouTube too. So I get that. I get that a lot. Let me see.
But going forward, I need to check some bags. God damn it. So
yeah, I mean, bro, like this is the shit that you, TrapTech, Jonathan Lee Ramos, these are the type of things that we should be discussing in our group chat, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like for me, just for my platform, I've been able to like I was about to ink another deal with another company, like just in a brand ambassador deal. Like I inked one deal and I had like maybe like 2,000 subs at the time. But anytime I get somebody to sign up on their website, I get a kickback from that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to purchase nothing. They just got to sign up for it. So I was able to do that on my own just from and I did that just by, you know, business tactics and learn how to talk. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to talk business. So you can make shit work for you, bro. You just got to kind of be like, you're going to get like a lot of no's when you get one yes though. And I think people got to just accept that. I got a lot of no's before I got one yes.
Those mouths don't get fed, you know? So,
right.
That.
Right. Let me go ahead change this shit up real quick because fucking these noisy motherfuckers in the crib, boy. You black folks is super loud for no reason. Alright. Now I can hear your ass better. Alright. Headphones. Alright. Y'all still hear me? We all good? Courtney, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You know, it's crazy too, what I was just thinking too when you guys are talking about Patreon and the perks it provides. Like it's surprising that YouTube hasn't really caught up, you know what I mean, to that whole business model and treating the creators more so like individual businesses, you know what I mean? Like there's the partner program, but they haven't really like, I mean, up until recently, they started including more features so you can interact with your community and, you know what I mean, the membership program and all that stuff, but they got a long way to go for people to really like thrive on this platform.
Yeah. To kind of like for people to be able to really cash in on YouTube, bro. YouTube definitely got a lot more work to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's not enough. Let me see. Jonathan, what up, bro? Terrible for my bro, chilling, man. Why haven't you cracked the joke yet? 300, cause this is my man's, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I ain't really you. We've been talking shit, bro. We've been talking business shit right now. 300. So, you know, this is one of those strings. And one, I didn't got my forest walking material with me. You know, if I was forest walking right now, it'd be a different story. But I ran out. Didn't have enough time to get something for the stream. So yeah, why don't you keep them unlocked? So the reason why I don't keep them unlocked, D Media, is because one, it affects your analytics. The way like your watch time and retention and stuff like that, it affects your analytics greatly. And two, I want my live streams to be a exclusive experience where when people come, like whatever we said in here, like because my streams are for adults only, right? Because I do know I have a younger fan base as well, but my streams are for adults only, and I don't kind of want people to get the idea like this is just me on a regular basis, right? So usually my streams are only up for 48 hours, and then after that I lock them, and that's because like whatever this whatever said in these streams, I wanted to kind of like just kind of keep it in this community, right? So who's ever in here, I want them to feel like, yo, bro, like it's like a family type of thing. You feel what I'm saying? If you wasn't here, if you missed the barbecue, you're not getting a plate. It's that simple. That's why I do it. You said what, Jeff?
Said bars. If you miss the barbecue, you ain't getting the plate.
I mean, facts, bro. You know, you know what I'm saying? Light bars. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna do right there. Word to Devin, light bars, Tay-Rock, we out here. I'm missing How to Get Away with Murder since the stream is interesting. Guess I'll watch on my other day afterwards. Never mind, man. Just running. Bro, you would never see another dime from me. Unsubscribe at 300. Suck a dick and die, bro.
Yeah, I'm reading some of these Roberto Blake comments, bro. I'm about to like tune in to what he's talking about. You got an affiliate program video?
Yeah. That's why I said that I'm open if you want to come on the come. Like he's definitely more than welcome to come on and kind of kick some more knowledge to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just to let y'all know, man, for those who are new to my stream, most people don't know, and Courtney, you probably don't know this either. I'm not one of those YouTubers who's gonna stream for 5 to 6 hours. It's not happening, bro. Y'all finna get maybe another hour and a half tops, and we out. Motherfuckers go to work in the morning, bro. Oh, by the way, that FreshTech HQ sign in both crib is fire. It is though. Ain't gonna lie. So here's the thing, bro. I hate other YouTubers who come on my show kind of like shitting on me a little bit. And FreshTech doing that with his old high finesse ass camera and his cool ass, like he came on his shit on me a little bit. Consider doing
what we gotta do, bro. We gotta get you in tune with Ben, bro. His live streams be mad crispy.
Bro, you know what? Here's the thing. I just haven't bought the cam link yet. Like, I got the GH5 and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't bought it yet because there are other things I'm trying to buy. And I feel like right now, so I got the Logitech webcam. It's 1080p. I feel for right now, I'm cool with that. But I will upgrade my quality once I kind of get other things like the essentials. Like right now, I can see if I had like a really, really shitty camera. It's not shitty. It's 1080p. It's good enough. Most motherfuckers probably streaming this looks pretty decent on their phone. But right now, I'm trying to get more lenses. I'm trying to get more gimbals. Like I'm investing in shit that's really gonna make me more money right now.
Exactly. Well, that's fact. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Consider doing high tier affiliate marketing with recurring revenue or high commissions. Like again, Roberto here speaking that shit. This is like I said, Roberto. Like I would never take that away from you, my guy. You definitely be spitting knowledge. So, you know, as you see, I blocked you on Twitter, but not on YouTube. I'm still on your YouTube channel.
I'm still subscribed. Goddammit.
Right, I'm still subscribed. You feel what I'm saying? It was just on the outside level. I was like, I don't know if he might, you know what I'm saying? Some brands do 30% or higher recurrent on lifetime of account, and some do flat fees, $30 to $100. YouTube killed Super Chat a few days ago, so now Patreon is better than ever. Hit me up. Also check my video on affiliate marketing. Look at my people in here fucking networking. Let's go. Let me see, Roberto. I can come on for a sec. DM me. All right, Roberto. I gotta go on Twitter, then unblock you. So it's gonna take a little minute. I have to do this shit. I'm about to do it right now though, cause Roberto. I gotta find the motherfucking sentence for that. So while I'm undoing my pettiness, while I'm fixing some of my pettiness right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how to do it, bro. So this is what you do. You block somebody, right? And then you unblock them. So they don't see your content. You don't see theirs, but they don't know you blocked them.
Huh. Okay. All right. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a you've been petty before type of thing.
Yeah. I've
All
been
right.
talking to people before in my life.
All right. So let me send Roberto. I'm about to send you the live stream now, brother. So you can come in and spit some more of that guru knowledge you in here kicking right now. Because I'm pretty sure I have a lot of YouTubers in here right now.
Oh yeah.
Who will be interested in that. So I sent it to your DMs, my dude.
Drop them bars. We need to figure out how to get to the bag. I saw one headline. You know what? You know what's crazy? I don't even do I sub. Let me go and see if I sub to him. But I always see his stuff in my home feed.
Who?
Roberto. So I always see his videos like in my home feed, and it'll say like how I became like how I make 6 figures on YouTube. You know what I mean? And like it's like always talking about like kind of bettering yourself as a YouTuber. So I dig his message, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, honestly, there's a lot of like other YouTubers who are kind of like Roberto. Like there's a couple of people I watch on like for filming. So for those who don't know, like I've said this before, but like my cinematography skills has been upgraded, and like I know y'all gotta see that through my work now, but my work has been upgraded just because of 2 YouTubers in particular. Peter McKinnon and Terry Warfield. Those are 2 YouTubers I watch, like specifically on cinematography. And I sometimes watch, I think his name Chris Howe. I think his name is like Chris Howe. I watch these videos sometimes too, but it's really Peter McKinnon and Terry Warfield. Roberto, brother, what is going on? Thank you for joining. I see you.
Hey, how's it going, John?
Spitting some of that hot fire knowledge for people, man. They was like, yo, get him in here now. So thank you.
Right on. You guys having a good night?
Yeah, man. It's I pretty much invited Courtney in here because one, I did a video on him, for YouTubers I don't like, but in it was like a mid-series finale, and I ended up saying like I actually like this YouTuber, and he was, this is my man, so we just come here chopping it up, and also I was getting him congrats on joining TLD's crew. He's in he works with Jonathan Morrison now, so it's just been a real live chill live stream for the most part.
Right on.
So now, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, like some of the knowledge we were kicking on Patreons, right? So, what are some of the other ways you feel that YouTubers can maximize on Patreon without snubbing other subscribers, who decide not to join Patreon?
Well, Patreon is, and by the way, thank you so much for inviting me to the stream. If I didn't say that already, absolutely. And I never want to ever hijack people's like stream or their comments or whatever. It's like this. I still act like a viewer because I'm still a viewer, I'm still a fan. So right. I'm just, but Patreon's interesting. There are a lot of people who do it very well. And there are a lot of people who, you're right, they don't necessarily do it well, or they're not thinking as much about how to add more value to the fans. Mm-hmm. So the way I think people can address Patreon is look at the limitations of YouTube as a business, but also as a service, right? Like, do you guys have a background where you've done like, client services work before, like freelancing, like doing stuff like that. So you understand the term added value. It's like, right. Here's the thing up front that was promised, but here's an upsell for added value that goes beyond that, right? So when you look at YouTube, what sucks about YouTube a lot of the times is it is just a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. So if you're doing something instructional, they don't get like the files. And even if you wanted to try to put that in the description, people don't read the description. People don't click on it hardly, Very true. And it's just the way it is. It's the culture of YouTube. So if you break down what the culture of YouTube viewers are and what their habits are, and then you think about, well, the more serious people is going to be my top 1%ers, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to come over to Patreon. And so the thing is, people who are in any group, that top 2%, that top 1%, those 1%ers, they don't mind paying for something, even if it's not that extraordinary, because they're top 1%ers for a reason. They just want to do it. They just want to be supported. Right. And for them, this isn't usually a sacrifice. The people who want to support you with your wallet are the minority of your audience anyway. Right. And so they should be allowed to do that. And a lot of them don't know that if they do it with like a super chat, that if they put $10 in your pocket, it's not $10, it's $7. And then that $7 is still taxed.
Facts. Speaking of super chat, Official Keith, thanks for the super chat, brother. So let me ask you this then, Roberto, right? So like I was telling people in here, you know, I registered pretty much my YouTube name is like, it's pretty much like an LLC, right?
You did it the right way, by the way. You did it the right way. Next year, you'll get a little bit of a break because you're a pass-through corporation now. You're protecting your money.
And this is, so I was just going to ask, did you think that was a good idea? So good.
Hell yes. Like more people, I mean, I have a video coming up about the business of YouTube. And one of the things that I'm going to drop on people is, first of all, stop doing your own taxes. And even if you are, get an advisor, talk to a certified public accountant. And it is extra money to have somebody file your taxes instead of using TurboTax. But I hear they're rolling out a new tier of their product to help people who are self-employed. But if you're a YouTuber and you don't get an S Corp or an LLC, you're going to be taxed about roughly an effective tax rate of 36 to 38% if you're lucky.
Right.
That's like 40% of your change walking out the door, which means even if you were fortunate enough to become a full-time YouTuber, people think that, all right, I'm making the money I make at my day job, right? I'm going to quit my day job and do YouTube. No, 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 no. An employee is not taxed the way an entrepreneur is taxed.
Correct.
You have to make double or more than your day job before you leave your day job completely to be secure, just from a tax standpoint. That's not also accounting for the fact that you're now responsible for your own health insurance, but
which
as a business,
ridiculously high. But
as a small business owner, unlike someone who just left their job and was going to pay that, as a small business owner, you have to check to make sure you qualify for subsidies because based on your projected revenue, and you can be very conservative with that and then later pay it back if you happen to make more. But if you don't, why overpay up front and have low cash flow and low coffers, right?
Right.
Why take money out of your pocket before you have to, you know? So what you need to do is you need to look into, well, if I was making the kind of money I make at my day job, but I'm self-employed, what subsidies do I qualify for doing that? And then you got to make more money to make up that difference, especially if you have a family. If you have a family, the better thing to do is if your job takes care of healthcare, find out how much you can cut back on hours and still keep those benefits and still keep doing what you're doing on your hustle and stack your money, because you also shouldn't leave to do YouTube full time until you have 6 months of cash set aside just for living. And then you should have other cash on top of that. But also, the big thing that no one talks about is you should be putting money in your tax protected accounts, because there's accounts that they don't tax. The tax is deferred to your retire. And the thing is, you should be trying to cap that every year. But again, this is the money part that people don't talk about. Either they're not qualified or they're not comfortable.
So, Adrian, by the way, I would not take this live stream down again. Usually when people drop gems, I don't take them down. So
well, you could unlist it and then they can get the link. That way it's not private. And then your algorithm and your analytics still isn't hit. So that's the hack. Thank you.
I would definitely consider that. So, but I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, Roberto. So like for me, right, even though like as much as I want to kind of be my own self-made, you know, man, I know for a fact the first thing I would recommend that YouTubers do who want to be full-time is remove unnecessary debt, right? So for me, I'm not becoming a full-time anything until I pay off like car notes, like you know, any credit cards, stuff like that. I'm not becoming anything full-time until I'm able to kind of.
Do you currently have a debt plan?
I do. I actually have a crazy spreadsheet. I could send you if you want to check it out. And the way it would calculate your finance, the way your money comes in and like where it's going to go to and stuff like that, how you're going to reroute it. I have a crazy Excel sheet. I can send you. You can check it out yourself. It's very
funny.
helpful.
You know what's a funny thing is, depending on how you want to go about it, that's something, that Excel sheet is either something you can give away to people to get an email list, or you could sell that, because that's valuable to people in the business space. I don't know if that's something you're looking at getting into, but
yeah, I am. So so right now, this is what I'm trying to do. So I know for a fact I don't want to. My thing is I don't want to work for somebody else until the day I die. I don't want to work for somebody else, because my thing is like I'm investing more time because I have more faith in your business. So I feel like, why am I going to keep coming to work for you? And I can just work for myself. You know what I mean?
Why do you respect someone else's dream more than your own?
Exactly. That's my
title of an upcoming video.
Dom, thanks for the super chat, brother. You know it's always love. So right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm doing like side projects, right? I'm starting to pick up photography. I'm picking up video work. Like I got somebody who want me to edit a music video for him.
Smart.
So right now, I am trying to build me up a clientele for the day that I do decide to leave, I have guaranteed people who want my work no matter what. You know what I mean?
Right on.
So I think that's what most people have to kind of consider, right? Like if you're just gonna do YouTube full time, fine, but understand that you're gonna have a harder time versus someone else who chose to hit other revenue.
Diversifying the revenue is important.
Yes.
People trade their day job and then make YouTube their job. I have a video coming up called YouTube's Not a Job. Right. And it's ... And it might be, I haven't decided whether there's a but in that title, but there is a but. And the YouTube's Not a Job it's not a job, but it is work.
Right.
But understanding the difference between a job and work is that YouTube isn't here to take care of any of us. We're not employees, but they turn it into that. And you even have creators hitting YouTube and attacking YouTube for not taking care of them in a certain way. But the thing is, you're disposable and YouTube didn't ask for your content, and YouTube is subsidizing hosting you couldn't pay for to host your files for free, give you traffic for free, promote you for free. People buy ads for a reason, and to get this stuff, they gave you the ability to compete with broadcast television at a fraction of the cost, but it's subsidized by the biggest content creators. They're carrying all of us.
Right.
And that's the reality. And
I think people got to understand that, don't just settle. You know what I mean? So people have to understand, like, you're marketing a product for someone. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is no different than a TV commercial. You're just doing it on a larger scale. So you got production equipment. Like, you have a lot of stuff that you can take into account for. And there are a lot of sites that can help you, like Social Blue Book can kind of help you. Like,
I'm an investor in Social Blue Book because it's by creators for creators. And they're one of the only companies that let creators invest in the company.
So
we funded it. We built that.
So like, if people are like kind of lost and have no idea, like, man, well, how much should I charge? What should I start? I definitely recommend Social Blue Book.
But 3 to 5x whatever that number is, because that number is, the way they explain it is, that is for the deliverable asset. And that's what people don't understand, is that's what it's saying is for the deliverable asset for access and reach their audience. That's not the same price as you do itemization and think of yourself as a content producer and as a host. And that's what people don't account for. So that's why, me and the guys, because I talk to them, I'm an advisor as well. Full disclosure, I'm an investor, I'm an advisor, but I also use the product. And I've used the product before I became an investor and an advisor, but I did it because I believed in it, and also because I wanted to advise them on how to educate creators to charge more and to use the values in Social Blue Book as a baseline for don't charge less than this.
Right.
But it can go up, add value, or break down what your value is. Because I keep telling people that the problem with YouTubers is you're charging for being an influencer, and it didn't occur to you that if they weren't coming to you to produce this, they'd have to just make this content, go to an agency like the ones I used to work for, and they would have to have a producer, an editor, a writer, and then pay an actor as talent if they didn't use an in-house person who's already on salary. Yes. So you're already doing all of that as a content creator, but you're just going to bill for access to your audience. What are you thinking?
Right. So,
but no one had a business conversation with them.
And this is why I'm happy that, like, I'm really fortunate to kind of have worked the corporate America jobs that I work even like now, right? So with me being in marketing, I'm able to kind of utilize that and apply that to my YouTube business, where I can kind of make it work for me. You know what I'm saying?
Have you used that to hack the brand deals?
Yes. Actually I have. So I was just I was literally just talking to Courtney about this, that I was able to sign like a contract, like when I only had like maybe.
Yeah, I heard you said you inked the deal. I was listening. I heard you said you inked the deal.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's not, is it a lot? Do I get a huge kickback from it? No, but it's something.
To invest back in your channel. Like, I worry about people when I tell smaller YouTube creators sometimes to hold back on that. It's because I don't think they have the ability to negotiate, because, that's a skill that's earned. And a lot of them didn't have a corporate job like you or I, where they got negotiating skills. In fact, a lot of people in their first job, I agree with what Courtney and you were both saying about floating for jobs every couple of years. Because here's the other thing. When you take that first job, when you really need one, you don't negotiate well. And after you have experience, you're worth more anyway. And the thing is, because you're at a job, it's harder to negotiate and have leverage at a job you're already at. But when you already have worked and you go to a new job and you're starting over now, you're more confident because you've done the job. And you also have a reference now if you left on good terms. So now you have leverage to negotiate. The first job, you had no leverage. So why stay where you had no leverage indefinitely just because our parents and grandparents used to do that nonsense? Like when companies used to sort of take care of you, sort of. No. If you go every 2 to 3 years, you have more references, more leverage, and you are showing that you have market demand. It's what in even dating, they call a demonstration of higher value. You need to demonstrate higher value. And you don't demonstrate higher need and lower value by I need. No, I can deliver.
And so, and also what I want people to kind of understand and take away from being like a smaller creator, this is the time you want to make mistakes. This is the time you want to kind of,
because they're cheap.
Exactly. These are the times you want to mess up a contract. Like, oh damn, I should have reworded this differently, or I should have put a higher price. So now when you become that YouTuber who's got like 20,000 subs, 50,000 subs, like now you learn from all. Like I'm trying to make as many mistakes now at the level that I'm at. So when I become, bigger in whichever direction I go, I know how to make these deals better. You know what I mean? Like I'm already okay because I know how to read contracts. I negotiate contracts for my job now.
Smart.
So it's not like, a lot of these things like I've already had prior.
That's probably why you also developed the business plan.
I did. This is why. I think sometimes people, I would recommend, if you're fortunate to at least work a corporate America job, maybe like, at least 2 years, just so you can learn some things to maybe apply to your business. You know what I mean? It's no different than like you going to college. You know what I mean? Like the experience is invaluable. And the fact that I'm able to transfer a lot of my experience to just from, because I used to be a supply chain analyst.
That's okay. If you were a supply chain analyst, here's how you're going to make your real money, especially if you're going to do tech. Start a drop shipping business for tech accessories.
Okay.
Because you already understand. I think how a drop shipping business works. You have a head for logistics and numbers, so you already know how the wholesale and scale value of that works. And now, because you're getting some traction as a creator, you understand the value of marketing arbitrage. So now you can use your platform and the sales you do get, even beyond an affiliate. Now you're keeping a better margin because it's your own product and your own brand, and it's scalable. You can take your profits, use that in ads to scale the business beyond marketing directly only to your YouTube channel subscribers.
Right.
So then that's a deal. If you're going to do anything with a giveaway, guess what? The giveaway lets you, if you use the Gleam.io thing, you build an email list because they opt in and they give you permission. Import that into your list. You then directly market to your list. And then you can also run remarketing ads against people in your list from the cookies. And again, that helps you sell something because if they're on the tech channel, they already want a case for that iPhone or Android.
Yeah.
If you're doing custom cases and you're even reselling cases. And again, you're doing that through a drop shipping business. You set up like a Shopify or whatever, then you can make that quote unquote, either it could be quit your day job money, or it could be the thing that funds the channel from now on, instead of you taking it out of your pockets from your day job. You keep that for, living. And now the channel doesn't have to fund itself as easily because now you have an ancillary business that can fund all of your ventures.
Yes.
So you have what Tony Robbins and Warren Buffett refer to as a vending machine. You have a cash machine. So it's your way of printing money, if you will.
Right. That's funny. We literally just took the DISC test at work through Tony Robbins.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. It was that's just
so that makes sense. You think that's a good fit for you?
Yes, I do. So here's the thing. Even though, like I always tell people, even though like I have experience like with certain things, whatever, I'm never non-receptive to other ideas. So what people make, bring me. So like the shit you were just spewing out now, yes, I literally took notes and I wrote this shit down because I'm like, okay, this is actually an avenue I should look into. You know what I mean?
Year one, if done well, I know for a fact because I know a female tech YouTuber who did it even when she was growing her audience, and she had corporate America experience too. That's why it worked. She didn't have yours with logistics. Yours with logistics, you'll do far better on a drop shipping business because that's who built that kind of industry. That white label industry was built on people like you. So this is even better for you. But I know that her first year on that business, even without pushing it that hard, she did about 20K gross top line revenue. No, that was net. It was 20K net.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was net. But even if it was gross, that's still on that business. The margins are so good that that still would have been fantastic as far as adding to your current revenue. It's not quit your day job money, but it's fund everything you're doing money. Year one.
Exactly. So you got to think about it as year one. So now all you're gonna do is like if you scale that across more years, it's gonna do nothing but grow for you. You know what I mean? Because the platform's gonna get bigger, and it's
and there's new phones every year, so it's a scalable new phones, diversity of phones, and new models, and so on and so forth. So every year, and then of course, again, since it's also predicated on cool designs, there are people. If you get to the people as you grow your audience, if you get to people who have disposable income, they buy multiple phone cases, especially the female demo, which is what was smart about hers. They accessorize more, you know. But,
so and this is that's funny because I got a review in here. She's like my tech buddy, like my sister. She does a lot of girly cases and stuff like that, and like a lot of companies send her stuff. So I think this information that you're telling right now, she can definitely apply to what she does now. So Adrian, I hope you still in here, girl, because this is a lot of shit. But what you do, I think you could definitely apply because she's another person in corporate America just like I am. And I have like a little tech. We have like a tech group. I'm in 2 tech groups, and FreshTech is in one of them. And then I'm with Terry Warfield, Adrian, and CKID. Like those are my people. And we just kind of bounce ideas off each other. And we're able to apply.
That's what you would call a mastermind.
That's what our group is called, masterminds.
But it's a formal industry term for exactly what you're talking about. It's a collective of like-minded people supporting each other's goals and ambitions and initiatives. Mastermind is a high-level, next-level tier of doing something. And a lot of the early YouTubers, without doing a formal mastermind, like you guys were talking earlier about how YouTube is like clicked up, and it is, but it's nothing nefarious. It's just that a lot of these people, one, because they moved out west, they all lived in the same area. And the thing is, that's literally almost the only community that they have. But also a lot of them were old school YouTubers when this site was a whole different thing. And they all came up together. They all came up together, and they're all old friends. They all did the first VidCon together. They did the first YouTube conferences together. And it was literally, well, these are the only people. Because in their small town where they all lived before they moved out west, all of them were misfits. All of them were the nerd, haha, nerd, or oh, you're that weird person that does that internet thing or talks to yourself with a camera. Before it was all.
My camera's dying, and I got to store. So I'm gonna watch this back for sure. Thank you guys for having me.
Okay, and I'm sorry you didn't get to even jump in on this stuff.
No. And I'm cool with that. I was just absorbing everything. So I'm definitely going to watch this back. I'm going to watch all your videos because you drop a lot of gems and bars, and I appreciate that. It's something I'm going to have to think about a lot going forward, too, being that I'm not going to be working a regular 9 to 5. I'm going to figure out how to maximize my channel. So, yeah.
But do that, but not just the channel, dude. Like, I'm getting ready to drop a video this coming week on the $30 a day side hustle challenge. And in general, what people don't understand is that if you set a goal of $30 a day, you don't have to stop at $30 a day. But if someone took any of their time after they get off the job and said, you know what, I'm not going to turn on Netflix, I'm not going to turn on, football. I know that I deserve a break, but I'll take a break after I hit grabbing $30 today, whether I spend 15 minutes on it or an hour. I'm going to try to get this $30 before I do something else or whatever. Or, oh, okay, I gave myself 30 minutes of downtime. I gave myself an hour of downtime. That's enough. Before I go to bed, I'm getting another $30 today off the clock. You do that enough times, and then you get good at it. $30 becomes $50. $50 becomes $100 a day, and your life changes. And even if it's only $30 a day, if you hit it every day, $900 a month is another 10 grand a year. Your boss ain't going to give you as a raise.
Right.
50% of the time, failure, still $5,000 to pay off your debt, $5,000 to pay off a car, $5,000 to put in the bank, get some interest on it, have the deductible for, God forbid, a medical emergency. Like, it's real.
Yeah. So that's pretty much. I know FreshTech. I know you got to bounce, bro. But so Roberto, so that's pretty much how I use, because like the contract that I ink, I make more money off of that than I get paid off of YouTube, right? So I'm actually just using that to kind of like I put that in like my separate business account, but like it's used like kind of the supplement business stuff. You know what I mean? So if I need a new lens, I'm using out of that because that's what my EIN number is under, and I want to make sure that that's you know what I mean. So
yeah, but also start taking some of that money, because I know right now you got to put something in the business coffers to keep going, to grow. But set yourself like a monthly or yearly business budget for investment in the business. But you should be taking a lot of that, or some portion of that money, you got to put it in a tax protected account because you want to bring down what on everything extra you earn, you want to bring that taxable amount of income down as low as possible.
Right. Right.
So you got to do the Roth IRA, the healthcare savings account. When you
healthcare
go
savings account, you know, that's funny that you said that. That's funny. You fucking just hit it right on the head. So, like, kind of, I've learned this from my senior director, and I've been just kind of applying this for everything I do. So I go by an 80-20 rule, and so usually, like, I would take, you know, like 80% I'll dump into like that, you know, my business, then 20% I'll put into that through my health plan, the health savings account. And but you can apply the 80-20 rule to anything, right? So for example, you know, if you've learned something, if you learn 80% of it, you can apply that to something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or if even with your eating habits, like I would eat, you know, as long as it's 80% of my food has some type of vegetables and color, like, you know, salad or something like that, 20% can be bad. You know what I mean? So it's that 80.
I'll tell you why I buy courses, because 20% of what I learn in an online course is going to be worth 80% or more of the value that I paid for that entire course. Right. And that's real. And people don't understand that 20% of a course might be the only 20%. I bought a course on public speaking and I only used less than 20% of it to change the only thing I needed to change to keep my speaking. But there was a business aspect of speaking that I needed to know the details of that changed and pivoted things. And there was a marketing thing. And I'm like, I got it. I don't need any other advice in this thing. The rest of the course is great, but I'm like, no, that'll influence my style too much. So I'm just taking this 20% and I was happy with what I paid for. And because I just wanted the business knowledge of the speaking part, the marketing knowledge of the speaking part, and to frame up certain things, because I didn't want to change my voice. So I just took 20% that I needed, was worth every dime that I paid, and it scaled my speaking career.
So you know what, Robert, I got a question for you. Actually, so next, I wanna set up an actual business live stream with you, right? Because I think you and I, like, just we can talk a lot of business jargon, and I think it can really help the community out just from like different aspects. Just me coming from a marketing standpoint, and just you, just more so not even just YouTube, but just on how you were able, other than your YouTube channel, you're able to scale a lot of your business.
Oh yeah, I built a coaching business outside of YouTube. It's a 6-figure coaching business. It's scalable. It can keep growing.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to.
I'm dropping like 2 or 3 products over the next 6 months that are going to be massive.
So yeah, I definitely want to have. I'm definitely going to inbox you, and maybe we can set up a date. It'll obviously be on a Thursday. But I really would like to kind of like just have this more of a business talk again, because I feel like this is a lot of stuff that people needs to hear. And
I love that stuff. I love going on podcasts. I love going on other people's channels and either giving them one-to-one on this kind of thing or something for the community, because, and again, it's why I've done so much with the channel and why I don't take my own advice of just staying in one lane on my channel, because I'm like, there's just too much that I have to cover that people just don't know about. And I've got it. I can't just pander to the YouTube algorithm. I have to actually help people.
Right.
And it takes so much shit on the view to subscriber ratio thing from fucking people about why are you giving advice when you're getting 10,000 views and you got 300,000 subscribers? First of all, jackass, the algorithm doesn't give your videos to everybody who's subscribed. Ask any YouTuber about that over 1,000 and they'll tell you the same thing. And then 2, the thing is, I can't do the thing that I know grows a YouTube channel, because the thing that grows a YouTube channel is not the thing that helps your creativity unless you only love one passion. If you're ADHD, it sucks, and I am. And then the other thing is, if you're trying to build and grow a real business, you can't put YouTube first. And putting YouTube first is what grows a YouTube channel. So the thing is, for me, when I got that silver play, but here's the thing I don't tell people, because it sounds arrogant. What if I told you that the entire time that I've been on YouTube, growing the channel is never a priority?
I would understand that completely.
Right. But a lot of people, because they want to be big YouTubers and they want a silver or gold play button, they don't realize, and it sounds like I'm taking a crap on them. It sounds like I'm shitting on them to say, yeah, I got that without trying. It's not that I wasn't trying. I was trying to make great content. Making great content and growing a YouTube channel are separate things. There are plenty of people who make great content that don't get big on YouTube.
Right.
CKID does 100K level content and it's not even close to 100K, but I think you'll get there. You know, there's a lot of people who do. CJ Knows Tech. He does 100K level content. If you look at the production values of their channel and you compare them to anybody with 100K, or you compare them to the early days of Judner, Your Average Consumer, Marquez, MKBHD, if you look at their stuff and you compare apples to apples, the early days, these kids are way ahead of the curve of where but YouTube has changed both algorithmically in its community and culture, and also where the goalpost is.
Right.
That's the difference.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's funny that you said this. So I agree with you 100%, especially on CKID, because he, like, before he became in our little group or whatever, I had noticed his channel, and the first thing that stuck out to me was like, yo, this dude is really rapping about tech. Like, how is he doing?
He makes some of the most unique content you will find on YouTube. But I think for him, his time will come, because he's the type of channel that actually would benefit from a viral video.
Right. So
there are channels that if they go viral, they're a one-hit wonder. It doesn't really mean anything. And there are live channels with 1 million that are based on being one-hit wonders.
Yes, and it's funny to
talk about it
because I feel like, especially Devin and my guy Terry Warfield and myself, I feel like what I like about Terry stuff is like he's not creating videos for you. He's creating videos for him first, right? He's creating something that he wants to watch that's touching him, and this in return is gravitating toward people like, hey, you know what? I've been thinking this before. So I feel like, especially with those two, I feel like you're right. I feel like they make content that is above where they're at, but I feel they definitely will get there once they kind of just get the right audience.
Terry will grow. Terry will grow because there will be a point where making content for himself is one thing, but now he's starting to already make content knowing that young people are watching it, and he made a pivot on that, which I'm very proud of him for acknowledging that, because he thought about it even with his own stepchildren. And like the thing that I see that's going to come from that, in my opinion, this is a prediction of mine, is that at some point, and Terry, if you're listening, I hope you take this to heart. I think when Terry realizes that for some people, they're never going to, it's sad to me, there's some people that for whatever reason will never identify with Tony Robbins, even though he can change their life, but they can identify with Terry, and he has something to give them that's on that level that will change them. And I think he has something of Tony Robbins in him. I think he has something of Dr. Eric Thomas in him. I think he has something of that Les Brown in him. It's not refined yet, but I'm curious about when that happens, because I think if he sticks with creating content, and if and when that time comes, that's what will be, that's when he'll get it. And that's when it'll matter. And that's when he'll change tens of thousands of people's lives. I see it. It's just a matter of some people don't hold on. You know, Sean, some people don't hold on, and some people are scared to evolve. You know, they get comfortable, but they have greatness in them that can change people's lives. Because I know it, because I've lived it too. It's like I keep thinking back to, oh my God, what if I had never made these videos? What? Because I hear the story.
I think you're saying,
I hear the stories from other people, not just because of what it did to my life, but I'm like, when I went to, I was at last year, I was at Vid Summit, right? And this dude came up to me, and I thought he was trying to get past me to go to see Gary Vee, but no, he was coming to talk to me instead. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then he was like, hey, your videos helped me so much, man. You have no idea. And then like, I was like, in my head, I'm like, people say that. And I'm like, so I asked the question, I was like, how did my videos help you? And then he thought for a minute, he was like, well, 6 months ago, I was unemployed. And I'm thinking, oh, cool. I helped him get a job. He's probably a graphic designer or a videographer or something, right? And then he's like, and I was feeling like a loser. I was broke. I didn't know what my direction in life was going to be. And he's like, and now I have a 6-figure business and I have employees. And my jaw dropped and I almost cried, because I'm like, what if I never made videos? Like, and I'm getting emotional about it right now. And you'd be like, I hear these stories all the time, and I get the emails and I get the thank yous, and I see other people who built businesses. I just talked to a dude who, he and his wife, they had a business again at Vid Summit. It was like this year, this guy Mike and his wife, Stone Cold Countertops, they had a business and it was doing good, but it was them and their kids. They started doing video marketing, and they were the only people, and they were a brick and mortar business, and they were doing like real work. You know, it's installing countertops and doing the, you know, these slabs and these finishes and stuff like that in people's houses and kitchens and things of that nature. So, and their bathrooms. So and at businesses too. And like, it was just a family business, and it was making good money. It was enough for them to be independent. They started doing video marketing because like there's no one in our niche, there's no one in our industry doing this.
Right.
Started growing the business, getting local business. And they started that in January 2017. There's a video coming out about this because we did a collab talking about the success of video marketing for their brick and mortar business. Because everyone thinks that YouTube will grow a digital business. It can grow a brick and mortar. They're a 6-figure a month business now with 2 warehouses and 20 employees that aren't their kids.
Christ. Wow.
That aren't their kids because of video marketing. There was a dude that they reached. I don't remember his name, but he used to have a series on like Nat Geo or the History Channel. I forgot it was one of them, but they're owned by the same people. And he saw their stuff and he didn't put them on, but he was like, hey, I need you guys to film my thing that I'm doing on my personal side thing. You know, he's got the money, he's got the budget. And he's like, and also I need you guys to install some stuff at the house. And so he just like, this big dude, he can hire anybody, but he saw what their work was because see, body of work, right? Showing what you can do and what they can do. Now, again, that business with that kind of employees, we're talking gross top line revenue. You know, brick and mortar, the margins aren't as good as a digital product, but it's still a good business when you got 20 employees and 2 warehouses. So you know, like,
so
they're not bad.
So I wanna backtrack a little bit to what you're saying about, you know, the goal of you was to really, you know, become like a big YouTuber. And that's funny that you said that because that's not my goal either. Right. Honestly, my goal is to really get to a certain level, just, you know, within the digital entrepreneurship space. So I can really go back and just talk to kids in my neighborhoods, just in other neighborhoods, because for some odd reason, they only teach you in schools to go to college. They don't really teach you to kind of be digital entrepreneurs. So I really just want to go back and be like, hey, these are some of the mistakes I made.
Doing a video about that, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't want to. I don't want them to kind of fall into the same trap I did. I went to college and I'm still
it is a trap.
A bachelor's degree. You know what I mean? Like it's a trap, and it puts you in unnecessary debt.
Yeah, that's by design, by the way.
Yes, brother, trust me, I know that. And so honestly, bro, like my whole. I want 1 million subs. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool to have like the accolade for it, but it's more so like, how did I impact this person? You know what I mean? Like that's my ultimate thing. I would just want something that can make, you know, bring people joy. But
I like growing businesses.
So you see what I'm saying? Like everybody has their thing, like for what they really like. They're real.
I like making other people successful. I like making businesses. I like growing other people's businesses. I like scaling them. I like playing a role in their success of taking them from 6 to 7 figures before I get my 7 even. I'd rather be responsible for other people doing that, be a kingmaker. I love getting channels to 1 million subs. I love getting people the ability to negotiate for the job they actually want instead of the job that's just there to pay bills. They get the job, they get the dream job, the one that they don't want to quit.
Right.
I love that. I love helping people.
So we're gonna touch on one last thing before we end the stream.
And then I want you, whatever value I can give you. So we can touch on one last thing you want to talk about, but then I'll let you literally whatever you want to ask me to give you some value. Yeah.
So we're gonna touch on this last thing, then we end the stream, and I'll talk to you offline a little bit.
All right, that's cool with me.
So for me, my first year, I'm still within my first year contract. I signed up with MCN. I signed up with BBTV. Now I don't recommend that anyone else do it.
Of all the ones you could have signed, that one for you might have been the best deal you can make.
Yeah, so it was because of especially with all the amenities you get, you know, with video blogs, Epidemic Sound, you get a discount on Adobe Premiere. For you, it gives you a leg up on producing quality content. And that's what I was gonna go with. So, granted, I'm just being completely transparent with you. I have a 70-30 deal with them where, you know, they take 30% off top, and then I get the 70% back.
You need to negotiate 80-20.
Trust me, this was my first. It was again.
I know.
I'm happy.
I made a bad deal my first year. My first year with an MC, and I made a bad deal too.
Yeah. So I was happy I made my first mistake. Now where I wasn't making that much, it was like you taking 30% of nothing. It's not really hurting me. But my thing was, I'm using them for now because I meet with a rep of theirs like every 2 weeks, and we're discussing how to help my channel grow. And
they have some of the smartest reps aside from Studio 71 and Awesomeness TV. They're in the top 5 in terms of how smart their people are, and they have a secret. They have their own proprietary software.
So would you recommend for YouTubers, like knowing that even if they, negotiate 80-20, would you still recommend that they do
80-20 or 70-30 if they're early, if they need resources? If they need resources, it's just like my rules for going to college. So my rules for going to college are, if you need resources because you're broke or you're coming from a struggling background, go to college because college gives you access to resources if you pick the school that has resources to give someone in your position. The other reason is if you're someone who can actually use the network and you're charismatic enough to build a network, because the problem with going to college for the network is if you're not clicked up or you're a super introvert or you're not charismatic, what network? You weren't going to get one. You're going to be a wallflower just like you were anyway. So
Right.
there's a qualifier for if you have networking skills or you believe you can develop them, then it's worth it, right? Same thing with an MCN. If you think you can leverage the network and the network contacts, then yes. If you can leverage, if they have resources to offer, then yes. And if there's something you can't do without this, AKA if it's college, be doctor or lawyer or go into an industry that's regulated, then yes, if you need the protections then MCN might be able to offer in terms of fighting for you on copyright or fair use or giving you access to a library of materials or access to companies' copyright or IP in some way as far as a licensing or white label deal or merchandise, then yes. Yes. Okay. There are reasons to be an MCN. MCNs are some of the things that saved some people from the adpocalypse. And if they're good enough and if their top talent pool in their network pulls in enough dollars, that does trickle down to you if they have top tier creators.
Right.
If they have top tier creators, the bulk sale against the ads, which we know as marketers, we know how ad buying works.
Yeah.
The bulk sale of inventory will benefit you in that particular case. But if they have too many creators, that trickle down doesn't work as well.
Okay. All right.
So that's it's not the shortest answer in the world, but it's clean.
Yeah. We'll leave it off there. All right, y'all. So we're gonna end the stream here. I told y'all I don't like those 5 to 6 hour streams. We're just not doing that. But I will leave this stream open. And
just leave it unlisted.
Yeah, I will leave it unlisted. So and I would just kind of like put the link out there, and I'll put it in my community tab. So if you guys still want to check it out, I'll put the link in my community tab, and you guys can check it out, whenever you want. But I will be trying to get him back on the show. I will, once I get a date set, I'll post it out.
We'll figure it out. And for those of you in the audience that tuned in, thanks for watching. Thanks for any comments that you guys dropped. And if you guys want to reach out, I'm at Roberto Blake on Twitter, so you can tweet me. I usually answer more of the stuff that is public than private because people do clog up my DMs sometimes with like, oh, give me free stuff or whatever. But no, literally people ask me for like free computers and phones and stuff. I'm like, really? But yeah.
I can believe it because I've gotten some emails. I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Like I've had people ask me questions like, hey, how much does this cost? Google it. What the fuck? Right?
So it's a thing. But yeah, if you have a quick question, I and Sean knows I'm super responsive on Twitter, so sometimes too much. So just hit me up, and obviously you can check out youtube.com/RobertoBlake2. That is the number 2 because I couldn't get my damn name. That's YouTube. And happy to help out. Hit me up, watch the content, a lot of nuggets there. Over 1,200 videos. It's all free. My paid stuff's better.
The plug was so fire.
AwesomeCreatorAcademy.com.
Any more plugs? So I hit the stop broadcast button.
Yeah, actually, if they go to AwesomeCreatorAcademy.com, if they're a creator, I'm running a sale to the end of the month. Use the code VidSummit, vid as in video, VidSummit18. And you get 30% off of a lot of the products there, including coaching. So if you're interested in that, that's a way for you to save a few bucks because we're running a deal. It will not be cheaper than Black Friday. The Black Friday deal will not be cheaper.
This is fucking marketing right here, people. Yep. Oh my God. Yeah. Trust me. We're going to
always be closing.
Yeah.
We're always ABC, dude. Always be closing.
We're going to get into this. So on that note, man, thank y'all for watching, man. It's your boy Sean B. Langston. I'm out. Deuces.